The emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic cast a long shadow over the world. Fear gripped nations as this novel virus spread, leaving illness and uncertainty in its wake. Scientists raced against time, ultimately delivering a beacon of hope, the COVID-19 vaccine. Yet, the very solution that promised salvation sparked its own share of anxieties. Could this vaccine, designed to protect, instead be the cause of the dreaded disease? It is a question that has resonated throughout the world, fueling heated debates and testing the very fabric of public trust. The human mind, after all, instinctively seeks to understand cause and effect, particularly when faced with something as disruptive and frightening as a global pandemic. It is only natural, then, that some should question whether the vaccine itself might be responsible for the very illness it aims to prevent. This essay will delve into this complex and contentious issue, examining the arguments and evidence both for and against the claim that the COVID-19 vaccine causes the disease. We will explore the emergence of post-vaccination syndrome, PVS, a cluster of chronic symptoms reported in some individuals following vaccination, as potential evidence for a causal link. Conversely, we will also consider the substantial body of evidence supporting the vaccine's effectiveness in reducing severe illness and death from COVID-19, as well as the reassuringly low rate of adverse effects observed in vaccinated populations worldwide. By presenting a balanced and informed analysis, this essay aims to empower readers to navigate the ongoing discourse surrounding the COVID-19 vaccine with greater clarity and confidence. The emergence of post-vaccination syndrome, PVS, has undoubtedly fueled concerns about the COVID-19 vaccine's potential to cause harm. PVS encompasses a constellation of chronic symptoms, including but not limited to fatigue, muscle weakness, brain fog, and sleep disturbances reported by some individuals in the months following vaccination. These individuals often report a sudden onset of symptoms shortly after receiving the vaccine, leading them to believe a causal relationship exists. Adding weight to these concerns are emerging studies, albeit preliminary, suggesting potential biological mechanisms that might underpin PVS. Some researchers have observed persistent levels of spike protein, a key component of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, in the blood of a subset of PVS patients long after vaccination. This finding raises questions about whether the vaccine, designed to trigger the production of spike protein antibodies, might inadvertently lead to prolonged spike protein presence in some individuals, potentially contributing to their symptoms. Furthermore, some studies have reported immunological abnormalities in PVS patients, such as altered T-cell function and elevated inflammatory markers, compared to healthy controls. These findings hint at the possibility of the vaccine triggering an aberrant immune response in a small percentage of individuals, leading to the development of PVS. It is crucial to acknowledge, however, that research on PVS is still in its nascent stages. Larger, more robust studies are needed to validate these initial findings, determine the prevalence of PVS, and definitively establish whether a causal link with the COVID-19 vaccine truly exists. Until such research is conducted, the question of whether the vaccine can cause the disease itself remains a subject of ongoing scientific inquiry. While the emergence of PVS and lingering questions about potential long-term effects have understandably, it is crucial to acknowledge the overwhelming body of evidence supporting the COVID-19 vaccine's efficacy and safety. Real-world data from around the globe consistently demonstrate significantly reduces the risk of severe illness, hospitalization, and death from COVID-19. This holds true even in the face of emerging variants, although vaccine effectiveness may vary depending on the specific variant. The fundamental principle underlying vaccine development is to train the immune system to recognize and fight off a specific pathogen, in this case, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, without causing the disease. The COVID-19 vaccines achieve this by introducing a harmless fragment of the virus, such as the spike protein, into the body. This prompts the immune system to generate antibodies and cellular immunity, specifically providing robust protection against future infection. Furthermore, rigorous safety protocols are in place throughout the vaccine development and approval process to ensure their suitability for widespread use. Any vaccine receives regulatory approval, It must undergo rigorous clinical trials involving thousands of participants to assess its safety and efficacy. These trials are meticulously designed and mitigate any potential risks associated with vaccination. The COVID-19 vaccines are no exception. They have undergone extensive testing and scrutiny, demonstrating a remarkably favorable safety profile. Mild side effects, such as pain at the injection site, fatigue or low-grade fever, are common. Serious adverse events are exceedingly rare. It is important to remember that the benefits of vaccination in terms of COVID-19 outcomes far outweigh the minimal risks associated with these generally transient side effects. The question of whether the COVID-19 vaccine causes the disease itself is undoubtedly complex, evoking strong emotions and fueling ongoing debate. While the emergence of post-vaccination syndrome, PVS, raises legitimate concerns and warrants further scientific investigation, it is crucial to consider this issue within the broader context of the vaccine's demonstrably positive impact on global health. The evidence unequivocally demonstrates that vaccination significantly reduces the risk of severe illness, hospitalization, and death from COVID-19. The vaccines have played an instrumental role in mitigating the pandemic's devastating effects, saving countless lives and easing the strain on healthcare systems worldwide. It is also important to acknowledge that the vast majority of people who receive the COVID-19 vaccine experience no serious adverse effects. While PVS represents a concerning development that requires further research, it remains a relatively rare occurrence. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to receive the COVID-19 vaccine is deeply personal. Individuals must weigh the potential benefits of vaccination against their own individual circumstances, health status, and risk tolerance. Engaging in open and informed discussions with healthcare professionals, staying abreast of the latest scientific evidence, and critically evaluating information from diverse sources are crucial steps in navigating the complex landscape of vaccine safety and efficacy. As we continue to learn more about the long-term effects of both the virus and the vaccine, informed decision-making and respectful dialogue will be paramount in charting our collective path through this unprecedented public health challenge.